Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, we got a full panel as we shall be discussing Gangs of London, Season 2, Episodes 1 and 2. If any of you have watched the entire series, we're basing this on the AMC US release, which is why we're only doing the first 2 episodes, just to clarify, as you see on Chris's face and Stacey's. But anyway, we got Chris, we got Stacey, we got Sparker, we got Kim. Everybody wanted to talk about the show, so we're going to do that. We're going to start with Stacey because she actually enjoyed this show, unlike some of the other things.
Finally, something I like.
Wow. The floor is yours, Stacey. What'd you think about this riveting drama?
It's amazing. I finished the whole thing. I'm not going to say too much, but it is amazing. I still don't like anybody. I did have somebody I was rooting for, but no way. But I'm glad I don't like anybody because clearly nobody's going to survive this shit. Like, I'm here for it. I'm just here for it. My only complaint, and it's a subtle one, my boy Sean, he's too cute to be a gangster. Like, he's just so boy bandish. Like, I'm expecting him to sing me a song, not murder me. Like, I needed him to, like, toughen up in prison. Like, he got the scar. Okay, fine. But, like, when he's menacing, it was just like, oh, you're so cute. Like, I just...
Remember, Stacey, we're only talking about episodes 1 and 2, and his reveal that he's still alive is at the end of this episode.
It's at the end of the episode. I'm just saying.
All right. I feel like...
I know, right?
He's clearly murdering people.
All right.
So cute. He does it. It's like, oh, look at you.
He is a cutie.
Don't let your feelings cloud your judgments. I feel.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
You marinate on that. Spark. What did you think these first 2 episodes, please?
So I actually only saw the first episode, but it doesn't matter. My feelings are that first episode seemed like a chaotic mess to me. I guess it was okay. I'll sit back and strap in for the chaotic mess, but it did seem like it was going everywhere at once, you know, like how many bad guys are there? It seems like the theme, I guess, I don't know if it's the theme of the whole season, Stacey, correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the themes okay, so in season 1, they were all proud because they had managed to form this family and this group of people who sat around the table at the funeral and they ran shit, right? And it was separate from all the other, I guess you could say, organized crime, right? And they seemed to be like all outsiders. They were like Turks, Pakistanis, Irish, Blacks, whatever, right? Now by episode 1, season 2, they're basically all under the thumb of this version of the high table. The investors is what they're calling them, right? And the investors are represented by these 2 upper crust British sounding white people, right? So it's just, it was a bit sad to kind of start off with like what they had is completely gone. And then I didn't understand why not Sean, the other one,
Alex
killed himself. Alex killed himself at the end of the episode. I was like, did they put some stuff in his cocaine stash? Like he was already headed downhill, like this whole situation, but I didn't. What?
Well, Elliot showing up to murder him, he wanted to die on his terms, I guess. And then
then the guy offers him a lifeline. He says, "Help me take them down." But and that guy was like, "They're always gonna. They're undefeatable. I'm just gonna kill myself." Like this is. I think that the last time we saw him, he was trying to convince his sister to come back to the family. I have a plan to make us legit and get us out from under this situation. He goes from plan to over the side of the railing in the next scene. This is after he's offered all the information that could, backstory, whatever he needs to take down these people. It was just kind of a little, I I didn't understand why we were doing that.
It's
I
supposed
thought
to
it
look,
was hilarious.
yeah. He was like,
I was like,
the way his body just exploded, like at the bottom of the thing, I was
oh
like,
my gosh,
this
you're
show
right.
is-
They used what you said. Someone said that they used
Kim.
like extra blood.
Kim said
Season
she want to know
one.
the
Okay,
gallons of
they're
fake blood.
using twice the amount of blood. It's
just
season
wait.
2.
Just wait.
they didn't show him on the table.
I was like, yo, it was crazy though. Yeah, but yeah, the action is cinematic, but the story needs a lot to be desired. What had happened there?
I have one additional thing to add, and so far, one additional thing to add. Why is the mom still alive? I'm just
Hey, a lot of questions. A lot of questions.
why?
A lot of questions. Because you can't kill a Stark. Only a Stark can kill a Stark. That's another show. That's another show. But,
Wait,
but
was she a Stark though? For real?
Yes.
that's Mama Stark.
It's a reference.
Okay,
Stark.
all right. I
That was
guess
Mama
you can't
Stark.
kill a Stark then.
Red
Like,
wedding.
Hey, and neither one of them got sons. I did like, god damn it. Dead husband, dead son. Like
yeah, here we go
it's even-
again.
It's
Here
I'm
we go
like,
again.
I think you played this role before, man. She's like, I know this pain. She's like, I can tap into this
I
woman.
can do this. I can do this
I
again.
thought you were referencing what was that show?
Oh, I was. No, I was. It was a combination. It was a combination of
Okay.
the family business and Game of Thrones. Since she said the high table, I was like, that's a Game of Thrones thing. So I was like, we're kind of, but yes.
No. That was a John Wick reference.
Oh, my bad.
Because now they're all. It seems to be like they were running the town. Like nobody could move product in or out. Season 1 until they gave the go ahead because dude wanted to figure out who killed his father, and now they're all basically working for somebody else.
Yeah,
Right.
the investors.
Yep.
They're all working.
Even frankly, even the Pakistani guy is working for somebody else.
Mhm.
But somehow he's in charge of the group now.
Yeah,
like he's
because the
leader.
investors put him in charge to bring order back to.
They got some Visine.
What's up, sis?
They got him some Visine, so good for that.
Yeah, because them eyes were looking quite concerning.
Yes.
I was like,
Yes.
he was like,
Oh, the
I'm like,
Pakistan guy.
Yeah, his eyes were terrible in the
was
first
like-
first
I was like-
season. Oh, bad.
Oh, okay.
calm
He
that
was
shit
so
down, bro.
red. Yeah.
Racist.
I was like, hey,
That is not
I saw
racist.
it's facts.
Right?
Actually, I think he has pretty
Y'all
eyes.
going to hell. Y'all going-
Really?
That's
His
not.
eyes were
Yeah.
so red. I mean, I think he must have some type of eye
Are
condition.
we talking about the
Kanye.
same person?
Kanye.
Yeah, he's got hazel eyes and thick eyelashes. His
Wait,
eyes
who are
pretty.
you talking about? Because
The
you're not talking
Pakistani
about
dude
Asif,
whose son
Asif,
the mayor
Asif.
got killed.
Let's-
Asif. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's not. What? Okay.
Asif has the red eyes.
Yeah, red as fuck. But
Well,
apparently
they're not red in episode 1.
Yeah, the song they got cleaned up. But anyway, we get all down track. Chris, what did you think of the first 2 episodes?
I got to do that. I'm sorry. Y'all with that whole racist trope. I'm sorry. Y'all can't get away with that.
Wait, what racist trope?
These all facts, bro.
Nothing.
If we
nothing.
said he got it from smoking cigarettes and driving a cab, that would
Fine.
be racist.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Fine. Okay. Fine. All right. Whatever. All right. Okay. So, like Stacy, I did go ahead and watch a little bit more, maybe the whole season. But first 2 episodes. It was like that. The whole thing with Luan, Luan, I think that's how you say his name, Luan, and that whole scene, like that scene by itself of Koba's people coming through the house. It was like watching, I don't know if y'all watch thrillers, but it was like watching like The Strangers. I don't know if y'all ever seen the movie Strangers.
Yeah,
when
I have.
they come to the
I have.
house. It was like that at times where it's just like every time you go in the refrigerator, I thought they were gonna do that whole thing with like when he closes it, there they are.
Right?
I thought they were gonna
Yeah,
do that
yeah,
whole thing.
I was like,
I was waiting for that. And then I was
Okay.
like, damn, where'd that nigga go? That nigga ain't okay, all right, okay. All right. I was like, I guess that's an American thing. I guess we do that. You know what I mean? But so that was amazing. I thought that right there. And okay, I can't talk about that yet because we haven't gotten to that episode. But shit, what can I say? All right, the first 2 episodes. Actually, Damn. Yeah.
What
so
about
far,
Alex
yeah,
in
so far,
Istanbul? What about that? That's the beginning.
Yeah, Elliot.
Alex in Istanbul.
Alex.
Very beginning.
Elliot's.
Yeah. That
Elliot.
was cool.
Elliot.
Yeah, you know what? That scene was cool and all, but let's be real. The scenes with Elliot, at least, okay, if you want to talk about that scene in the first episode, we seen more from Elliot in the first season, in the first episode with the bar scene, as well as the dude, like when he goes in that house with the with the naked dude with the big machete or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, but this wasn't bad. This one was just like some fat bloke that he was choking out that literally had his eyeball pop or whatever.
Oh,
okay.
That was,
I was like, all right. You know,
it was cool though.
Yeah, and some white pus or whatever that was. I was like, AMC, y'all doing the most, man. You know what I mean? Or I'm sorry, I guess the Sky TV check.
AMC cosign. AMC cosign.
Yeah. I think Koba is awesome. They got a great actor to play him. I see, man, he looks so different in this, like compared to other stuff I've seen him in on like BBC and stuff like that. But he plays this character so well. This villainous character, but also this dude who's just like at times just kind of chill. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Negan. A little bit. I don't know if any of y'all watch like Walking Dead.
You think so?
At least especially towards and when they first introduced him.
Negan. Yeah, Negan when he killed that Asian dude, and I couldn't watch the show anymore.
And then right after that, he would just sit down and just eat an apple. I was like,
yeah,
how y'all doing? And he's like, this dude's trying to have a normal conversation after he just busted a dude's head. That's what Koba is basically.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He's like, take this bullet. Okay, now eat it. Here's another one. Bullets? Eat it. You know what I mean?
And then shit them out.
You can swallow anything. It's how it comes out your ass is going to be.
That's what I'm saying. He just went home and took a shit, and it was like I would have went to the doctor or something.
No, let's go to jail. Well, like what?
Like why were you
swallowing? It ain't my fault. I was forced to eat bullets. That's not a crime.
Nah, you might as well. And then you're gonna have to explain why there was a dead body, and then with the nah. You know, I would take the pain of being at home.
But if you got punctured intestines, you can die from that.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Yeah, that was dope. The reveal. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, even watching the first season, at the end with Sean getting shot, I mean, I noticed right from the break, like Elliot shot him right in the cheek. So I saw it and I was thinking like, okay, we never seen like as you always say, we ain't see a funeral or whatever, right? You know, to mention was like at the end. You know, I was thinking like just like Lady Stark being alive at the end, that dude's alive too. You know what I mean? Like he's alive. You know, no doubt in my mind. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like,
so
in the cheeky cheeks. I was like, the motherfucker.
Yeah. Rewatch that scene. Watch the scene. It was like it was clear. Like everyone else gets shot in the head or shot in the eye, and this guy literally gets shot in the cheek. Like why would you choose? Why would your CGI guy be like, let's do the cheek? Like why? That's no.
That's a headshot to me. Straightforward. Anyway, fine. He's
no. Watch that again. Watch that scene again. No. Matter of fact, I think I even told you that when we first watched it, like about a year ago, I guess when we first talked about this again with them, I was like, yo, I don't know that dude dead because he got shot in the cheek. You know what I mean? And we didn't see that body leave that place. You know what I mean? And then here we go. We see him get arrested. All right. But what, you thought he was dead for real?
Fuck yeah, I thought he was dead. You might as well tell me. You might as well tell me Alex.
Really, David,
I thought he was dead too.
Yeah, that's that bullshit.
But David, I'm ashamed of you. You watch enough movies as I do. You know what Hollywood does when they do the whole like, if you ain't shot here or whatever, that means you can survive that crap. You know how Hollywood does, or if you get shot in the neck.
Come on, man. It's fine, man. It's fine. He's alive. Let's just keep it moving. Like I was upset. I thought his storyline is gone. Miriam being alive made a little bit more sense because I'm like, why was the mistress there just in a fucking with her baby?
Wait, you're gonna say something doesn't make sense. Why did this bitch come out of nowhere and find Mariana sitting just sitting there, and then she knew she was alive? What?
That's that bullshit, man. Yeah. I mean, it's like damn it. I was like, you just making up shit now.
Yes, that didn't make any sense.
I do have a question. So I started to question whether or not the young woman was really his mistress. I still just think the whole
She was a teenager, wasn't she supposed to be
she
like
was
really young?
not only is she
No,
so
she was
young,
young.
but the whole killing off of that, they kept making a big deal in season 1 about how Finn, right, had
Yes.
a whole family killed.
Yes.
And what is it, Luan
Yeah.
Mhm.
is the one who did it.
Yeah.
P.S. If I'm rooting for anybody, he's on my list of people to root for. But anyway, and he's the one who did it, went berserker, killed everybody. And it's like, why would he feel the need? It made no sense that he would need to kill off her whole family or whatever. It's just, it didn't quite fit for me. So I still wonder if she's was really a mistress at all, or a business partner, or, you know, something.
But that's a lot. Anyway, you know what? That's good. That's a good point. It's a good point. Kim, what did you think of the first 2 episodes, please?
Oh, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. The cinematography, loved it. Every shot. The shot that I loved the most, I would say, was when Alex jumped. But before he jumped, no. But I loved it for the way that it was shot. No, not because he jumped. No. But because of the way they shot it, like when they were showing his back, and then his blue jacket got bluer, and then they were slowly going up to him, and then the background was just illuminated. That was phenomenal. And then when he turned around, it was just it was
A beautiful day.
Yes, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, but of course, him dying was not beautiful. But I felt like the reason why Alex jumped was everything had been put upon Alex to fix, right? Mm-hmm. The investors were on his back. His father, Ed, was like, you know, Shannon's out of jail. We got to put the family together. Like everything, he of course he was upset about his brother, brother Sean, right? Because he grew up with Sean and Billy. So I think that was on top of him too, because remember in his mind he saw Sean, right? Yeah. Right before all these things happen. Then he has to always negotiate with these people. He has to come up with the sales, and it was just a lot of pressure on that young man. And I think that he just was like, you know what? I don't feel like I'm gonna be even with Elliot giving him the out, he just didn't have the confidence in it. And he was like, that's not gonna work. Like it's just not gonna work. And I don't want that. I don't want any more pressure on me. And he killed himself because he just couldn't take it anymore. Everybody relied on him.
He was on that shit. He was like, oh,
yeah, and he was a cokehead.
And dude, I was like,
he was giving me Carlton vibes the whole episode.
Carlton, I see your point. Stop it, Chris. Stop it.
He was not about that life, and he carved out.
He was like, I'm out. I'm out, bro.
Yeah, he was like, I'm out. I'm done with this whole. Now, don't get me wrong.
Take care of my sister and my daddy. Like, no, you take care of them. They're your sister and your daddy.
Yeah. Also, sister murdered a cop. How the fuck did she get out of jail? This is some
it's loosely explained later.
They explained it.
They said it was a technicality. Something that her lawyer did or did not do, something like that. I said with the evidence.
That didn't make any sense because at least in America, you kill a cop, like
that's your
even if you get out, like the community is against you. Like they're gonna kick your kid off the soccer team. Like the PTA is not gonna invite you to any of the school functions.
She said PTA.
Like
I can't.
none of that.
She said PTA.
I mean, she's the daughter of a gangster, Stacey. Like she's the daughter of a gangster. I don't think that the same rules apply. They just don't.
But like you said, they're going to address it later because I have many questions.
They don't really. Well,
I do wonder why she's so salty. Like you killed a cop in your house with your own shotgun, and then you want to be salty that your dad didn't get you out of jail right away. Like it doesn't seem like she was in that long anyway. Yeah, she came out like mad at everybody.
Yeah, it was like a year. It was just a year.
But that's not a long time for cop murder.
Spoiled and a princess, right? So she's thinking, Daddy, you should have got me out. Like, what's wrong with you? If it would have been basically, I felt like
shot a cop in your living room.
Yeah,
but I call like some cleanup people.
But remember the last time that we talked about her on the first season. Remember, we all thought that she did something to the baby's father, Danny's father. She probably killed him, and the father had to hide it. Alex and the father had to hide it, right?
Yeah.
So she's thinking, if you did that for me then why didn't you do it again? You see what I'm saying?
There's a difference between a nobody and a cop.
Exactly. But she's not thinking
And
that way.
actually,
She's like,
I felt like they did kill. I'm sorry. I thought at the end of season 1 they said that she disappeared. Right. I don't know that they found the body of that.
no, they didn't. No, they don't know where the
So they did clean up after her.
Right.
But the cop or the baby dad?
The cop.
The
I
baby
thought
daddy.
they found the. I thought they found the cop.
I'm trying to figure out what they're talking about.
I think they cleaned up after her when she shot the cop too, because when they were questioning dude.
So how did she go to jail? Why did
That's
she
what
go
I'm
to jail?
saying. That doesn't.
Don't know. That's why I was confused. Why she was in jail at all? Because they made it sound like the cop disappeared. Nobody don't know where she is.
They must have.
I
They must
don't
have found
think-
the body. They must have found the body because like she.
I think they.
Yeah,
I think
streets
they
need a
didn't-
body.
Yeah, I think her father
If
didn't
you
cover
will.
this one up.
If
I
you
think
will.
her father let it ride, right?
Yeah.
And that's why she's angry with him and Alex. Well, not really Alex, but more so the father.
Yeah.
Because he didn't actually hide this for her, like he always does, right?
Yeah.
So it's because she's a little princess. That's really what it is, right?
Okay.
And actually, they could kill her off, and I'd be perfectly fine with that. Like, and Danny can go too. He's a cute little boy, but he can go
'Cause
too.
he about to be a serial killer anyway.
He really is, because all the stuff that he's seeing, she's talking about being with her son and protecting him. Jesus Christ, we already saw you throw your child at a man that you met 2 seconds ago, and you don't know this man from a can of paint, and you're like, here, have my son, do whatever you want with him. Like, there's something wrong with this girl. Okay, she's extremely needy, so we can get her off the show. But anywho, as far as the whole show, I enjoyed the Istanbul scene. I thought it was great. It was, of course, a fantastical, right? It wasn't real, but it was just the fact of seeing it was phenomenal. Like people in washing machines and then all these dead people around. I was like, this is great. Like it was so thrilling and exciting. And I was like, I just love this show. I think the cinematography is the best. I love it. I do. I love it. And for me, it doesn't have to, because the show has other aspects that are so good to me, the storyline does not really make a lot of sense. Like what you said, I didn't even think about Stephanie until you said it, but you're right. Last season, they were in control of themselves, right? Yeah. This season, why would you make it that now the syndicate or investors, right? Yeah.
Were they in control of themselves?
But I think that they worked as a unit together to control the different gangs, right?
They still are to a point.
To a point, but it's more so now Asif is more, Asif is more in control of everyone else.
But see, we didn't see Finn and how Finn ran it because they killed him off so soon. So Finn was the, I guess, person, and then somebody has to step into that role.
Yeah, but Finn still allowed the guys to do, the gang leaders to do what they will, right? As long as they didn't go out of certain criterias, right? This Asif is like, you can only do what the investors say. That's it. You cannot go around or through or up or what. You do exactly what they say.
Didn't the investors kill Finn because they didn't like what Finn was doing?
No, they killed him because he was about to leave.
He was leaving, yeah.
Okay.
Right. And he stole like billions of dollars from them. Like,
but
eventually, yes.
But they're still in charge in that sense. They were
right. They were still in charge, but
but it wasn't.
They liked the way Finn was doing it until he got ready to leave, and they were like, "No, you can't leave."
And then
but it wasn't as like Asif right now is like he has a thumb on them.
Yeah.
Right, and that's not how Finn did it.
But whenever you get a leader, they lead the way they lead. So
true.
That's why you're constantly shuffling leaders.
True. That is true. I just feel like people were more comfortable with Finn than they are with Asif because Asif is kind of he's allowing.
He was too busy trying to have sex with everybody to really care about what everybody's doing. So
that's true. That's true.
But
I think Finn was more family oriented. Asif,
was he though?
I think he was.
He was making his own side family, yes.
Right.
and then he stole from his wife and his whole family to take care of this new kid, apparently. And then what? So I understand why. I'm sorry, Kim. What else? I'm sorry.
No. That's it. I mean, I don't want to continue. I'm just saying. I really enjoyed the show. and I think it's worth talking about. But like I said, the plot, some of the plots and stuff like that, it's not going to make a hell of a lot of sense. Elliot being alive, let's be real. Elliot being alive, the man should be dead by now. He should be dead. Come on, the fights that he's had, the cuts, the bullets, the knives, he should be dead in a wheelchair at least, on life support, something.
I see your point.
He's the hero, though. He's the hero.
He's the hero, right? So that's what I'm saying. The storyline is going to be fantastical.
Yeah. It's like John. It's like, you know what? But shows like this and John Wick, like for example, John Wick.
Right, John Wick. Right.
If you look at John Wick and you look at the plot, you're like, it's a damn dog.
Yes.
But you ain't looking at it because it's a dog. You're like, yo, who else is going to step in front of John Wick? Oh, yes. Common, you want some of this too? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah. I mean, yeah. In the second film, Common's coming, and it's like. Yeah, and that was kind of ridiculous too when they're in the subway and Common trying to shoot him and stuff. Yeah. I was like, but anyway, when you watch stuff like they knew what they were doing when they made this show. They were like, all right, we'll kind of put like maybe somewhat of a plot to kind of give it somewhat of like The Wire / Peaky Blinder type vibes to it. You know what I mean? But nah, man, we got to have action, right? Action, and they knew, especially when they allowed like AMC to broadcast this here in America or whatnot as well, that we gonna jump on top of this shit. Like, you know, this is shit that Americans love. You know what I mean? Well, especially, I mean, yeah, men and women, but you know, men really like that shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I can't tell you how I'm just thinking about like watching the movie 300 and like looking around and I barely saw a single female in there in 300. Like, yeah, even though watching a movie with dudes with the shirts off or whatever, I'm like,
only I love 300.
Only a movie like 300. That. Only a movie like that will bring
everyone together.
You know.
So Marion being live, I was like, what the fuck? But you know, they do that 1 year thing. They do the 1 year thing, so they don't have to address a lot of these plot issues.
Right.
It just happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
She hooked up with the Saudis, I guess. Okay, does she know that Sean's alive? I mean, because it looked like he's doing his own thing.
She doesn't know.
So is Sean working with Shannon? Because is he the one that gave her the money? Because it looked like there was a red car outside who dropped off that bag of pounds. So I'm like, are they working together?
I thought Alex dropped that off.
No,
that wasn't Alex.
No, that wasn't Alex.
Okay.
So it was definitely the red car. You don't know who was in the red car, but it was the red car.
Okay, yeah, it might have been Sean.
So I was thinking, so Sean, it looked like a red car outside. So I was like, maybe that's Sean's thing. But then, okay, so Marion has no money. So she goes to the mistress / baby mama to be like, hey, let me use the billions that my husband stole and gave to you to take back London. I understand why she wants to take back London, but why is baby mama involved in this shit? Like, she should be like, I got $1 billion, fuck you. I'm getting on my boat and I'm living my best life. Like, I don't understand what she's getting out of this.
Nobody does.
Again, I think that has to do with the family, her family connections. I don't know if they explain it to us, but there was a reason that whole family had to be killed. And it goes back to that young lady.
You know what? You two know, and you cannot.
I'm looking at Stacey. I'm like, it's like the kids sitting in timeout, and we're not allowed to talk, and we're just like, will
this be addressed? Will her motivations be addressed?
Don't answer.
That's a yes or no. I don't need to answer. But
what?
Do they make at some point to address why
any of the stuff you were talking about? Yes.
All right. That's it. Okay. Yeah. So they don't just say don't worry about it, just focus on the action. Like they do make some kind of effort to build a story. Like they'll be like,
yeah. I mean, there's some stuff that they kind of like give a half-ass answer, but there's other stuff they're clear about. So yeah. So you get an answer.
Okay,
you'll get an answer, but there might be a couple of things where you're just like, oh, that's kind of bullshit. You know what I mean?
They make
they make an effort.
Yeah. All right. That's all I'm asking, because I'm always complaining. But okay, so let's talk about characters. Like, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened to the special forces dude that kidnapped the mistress in the first place? Like, is that addressed? The guy that held her hostage for the whole season forces? 1.
Oh, the Swede. You're talking about the Swede.
Yeah, he's not dead.
Yeah.
Who he died?
Yeah, at the end. Yeah. Do you? Yeah, at the end.
All right.
Wait, when did he die? Because I don't remember when he died.
I don't remember that.
Did somebody?
His mom got kicked down the stairs. He was still alive last time.
Yeah, because he comes home and she says, "Oh,
Yes.
she's gone. All our work, all
I
our
feel like
effort
he died,
is gone."
Yes,
They never. That's the thing. They never. I don't remember seeing him again after that.
but
After mom was down the steps and the girl took off running with the
Yes.
baby, we never saw that guy again.
Thank you.
So, okay.
By the way, that boat is gone. The mother gave it to her sister when she went to go get the Irish gang. Remember, she went back home to go.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So she don't got a boat. She do all them billions.
She didn't have the boat because she said you could sell it. You'll probably get at least half of what he paid for.
She did say that. Yeah. I remember that.
All right. So acid,
the economy.
Acid is all kinds of fucking crazy now. So do they address what Heidi dealt with his son being murdered? Do they go through that at all?
Definitely not in episode 1.
All right, or 2. So I'm saying
he shook that off.
People get murdered and they just get murdered. Like,
okay, so
deal with it.
All right.
Wait a minute. So you talking about Ed?
No, not Ed.
Acid's son.
Acid's son, who was running.
He became mayor of London, and then
Okay.
A day later, he was dead.
Yeah. I do like that scene when Ed was. I don't know if you saw that, Stephanie, because I think it was in episode 2. But when I like the scene where Acid was in the office with Ed, and he said to him, "Alex has passed, right? Alex died," and Ed did not know, but Ed kept that kind of. He kept his composure, right? And then they made him turn towards the picture of Acid's son who has passed, right? And look at Acid's son. But I thought that was symbolic, right? Like, your son has died. Now you're telling me that my son has died, right? And Acid was like, "You'll get through it." And he was trying to talk him through it. And then he just left. And I thought that was a powerful scene between two men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was really
Does
good.
it result in a rampage? Because
now, when you went to view the body, I was like, at first I thought they were going to show the body. I was like, please don't show us a pile of mush.
Yeah, that would have been horrible. I don't want to see that.
If this was FX, they probably would have.
His head would be all messed up and stuff. But I thought that actor did a good job too. Did you know he was on Game of Thrones? I didn't remember him from Game of Thrones, but he was. But anyway,
for real?
Yeah, he was. But he when he sat down and cried, I thought that actor did a good job.
He did.
I felt everything that he was feeling at that moment. I thought he did a really good job. Yeah.
With random people coming back alive to be real, I thought they were gonna say some bullshit because all you saw was Elliot and Alex on that roof, right?
Yes.
Right.
So I thought Elliot was like, we could just drop this fucker over here and they can act like it's you. I thought somehow he was gonna look at the body and be like, oh, it's not him, and then like he's somehow like hidden somewhere. Now I was kind of hoping for that, especially when I saw Sean's ass back up. I was like, why can't Alex be back too? Damn it! Just the white dude come back? Fuck this shit.
After he was splattered.
Alex got shit. Fucking. I see a guy shot in the face. I thought maybe you were gonna find out that all that was set up.
No, that's 2 different deaths, sir.
I really thought seriously. I thought
2 different deaths.
I hear what you're saying. What you're saying because it was just so sudden. Like, I know it's been a year, and apparently he decided to become a cokehead in the year time frame.
Yeah.
But we didn't really see a decline or stress. It just like he's like, you know what? They're always gonna win, and he jumps over the side.
Well, he
so
had
it does seem like
since
there's always like a plan within a plan.
Yeah, like Stacey said, he did. What distressing was that he was always together, right? Like everybody perceived him as together. And then when he was in the bathroom and he saw Sean in the bathroom dead, I think that you crack after a while. I think that was his cracking point. And I do agree with you, Stephanie, that they could have made it longer. Like they could have gave him a longer arc for us to really see the stress has gotten him.
Yeah.
Other than him being a cokehead, right?
Yeah, I mean, they made sure to show us like 3 times in episode 1. So like he's not even gonna do a regular business pitch with like non-gangsters.
Right.
So I get that. I mean, we saw it's just like for me in that conversation when he's supposed to be thinking about can I take these people down? You know, like what would my dad do or whatever. He's just like, you know what? No.
But let's be real.
But then why not let the guy kill you instead of just going over the side?
I think he wanted on his own terms.
Yeah.
He wanted to
But-
die his
Well,
own
he got
terms.
it. Mm.
I also feel like, I mean, I like the actor who played Alex. I thought he played it great. But if I had any negatives to say about the first season, as far as sometimes the pacing of the show, it would be mostly when they would show, like, ironically, Asif's son and Alex, right? Alex brought some stuff to it or whatever. And Shannon, I would say Shannon as well. Alex and his sister. They kind of brought the the show was already high as it was, but I mean, if I had any negative stuff to say, it would really be Alex and Shannon. You know, Alex was cool on the whole friendship with Sean, but like y'all said, like, he wasn't no gangster. It was just his father that was the real one. His father was the one, like, it was very, like, made stuff really intense. It was like the other folks at the table, as Leal and Luan and Asif and all of these guys, Sean, everybody else, that, I'm sorry, he was kind of expendable. You know what I mean? He kind of was expendable in a way. And
it's not kind of, Chris. I mean, they basically told you at the end of season 1 that he was expendable. He was like, we want him to run this because he makes us money. But they also at the same time said, if you to the father, if you don't do what we say, we're gonna kill him. So he was always expendable. He's just a tool. His job was to make money.
Well, no, I guess when I say expendable, I mean as far as the showrunners going for the show, and when you're introducing brand new characters into a kind of already crowded show as it is, someone's going to have to go, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, my vote would have been for Alex, you know. And
really?
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I mean, Alex is, like, again, Alex is a good character, but compared to the other folks that's in there, nah, man. I
actually thought when they killed off the Finn son, I'm sorry, I don't do names. Sean, when they killed off Sean, I thought that was the appropriate person that had to go. I mean, they clearly showed us him unhinged. They clearly showed us him not being, just not rising to this challenge. Like, I thought he was the appropriate person to get killed over.
Right. See, but you're talking as far as the avenue for a plot. I'm talking about as Sky Channel trying to make more money and people viewership. Don't forget, when we just reviewed the first season, what did these two girls say? The very first thing that came out of their mouths, like, "Oh, Sean was so great to look at." Oh, the actor
really was,
because they know he is eye candy, okay, and they know, like, he brings people to watch this show, right? Him as well as folks like Eddie, all these other actors, these different actors. And I'm sorry, not once have I heard anyone say, "Oh, my favorite character in the show is Alex or Shannon." You see what I'm saying? Not once. That's all I'm saying. No, but you're right. It would make sense to, as far as the plot goes, to keep them. But I'm pretty, no joke, I was just like, okay, they did kind of rush his death, but at the same time, I was also like, damn, if I was big in that corporation, I'd be like, yeah, that dude got to go.
I mean, I would agree.
Because, like, you introducing Cobra, you introducing all
sure.
these new characters. Like, as you'll see, there's other characters that's going to be introduced.
I mean, yeah, you can always find someone to make you money. I understand. I get what you're saying, I guess. And as far as personalities, as far as the whole family, everybody there, I picked the same two people that you picked because of the same reasons. I mean, I didn't really even understand why Shannon was, like, there sometimes. I mean, but okay, got it. It's just that at the end, when they killed off Sean, I was like, yeah, he served his purpose, and
we can move on.
And until they read those comments. Say no.
And actually, I thought he was going to blow up that night. I really was expecting more than one building to come down. Yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was going to be more. Like, he was really going to say, "Oh, okay, I'll take your money." And I thought it was going to be more than just the one. So, then him getting killed made sense because he took all. He blew up all the buildings, and then
So, but they never intended to really kill him all. And well, I mean, you'll see. You could tell. You'll find out when they show later. You can find out. You'll see soon enough that the producers never really intended to kill him off.
I got it. I mean,
I don't want to say too much, but you'll see that it was like, oh, that was like, you know what I mean? Like, it was, so.
Stacey was saying something. What's up?
as far as keeping Alex, they wanted him to like get the money back and manage the money.
Yeah.
But at what point did they decide it's not worth it not to for him to deal with the money? I guess I didn't really
I
understand.
felt like maybe they give you the impression that the investors are like the all-seeing eye, and they probably knew he was also unhinged or starting to lose it. He hadn't lost the money. Again, if Asif had showed up and said about that 200 million, you just lost us, right? To like give you a reason that the investors would want him dead.
Right.
But so far he walks in the door and says, I'm going to need that $200 million back, not because of something that he did, because of something that somebody else did, if I remember correctly. And he shrugged it off. He was like, yeah, I can get you that. Like,
well, so
he was doing his job.
No, so he was making a side deal, is what it was. The guys in Turkey gave him the 200 million, and he was trying to use that to buy him and his company out of under the investors. So the investors sent Elliot to Turkey to kill the guy who provided the money, and then they were like, "That guy, it was not his money to give you, and we know you're trying to get out. Like we know you're trying to leave."
Oh, okay. So that's why they killed Alex or wanted Alex dead.
Yeah, and Asif came to him one last time and was like, you don't want to do this. Like,
yes.
You need to get back in line. And he was like, nah, I'm out of here. And that's when he was like, well, we'll see you around. And then and that's when they sent Elliot. So
it does seem like everybody gets one more chance. Have you noticed? Like, someone has a conversation. There's a, I don't think it happens quite a bit in this series.
And they were like, hey.
Well, I mean, I guess that's like I mean,
that's good business.
Yes.
Good business. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, I'm trying to help you here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But you don't want to listen, so you're gonna die.
Like what is it? Luan, they go to him and say, okay, where'd you get the guns? Who sold them to you? He's like, this is your opportunity to tell me. And he doesn't. P.S. I think I said before, I am rooting for him because he goes berserker and it's like
every time.
But who could see that Luann's family, something was going to happen, because they focused a lot on, like, remember when he was like helping his daughter with a skim knee and she was on the step, and they had the wife with the boxes playing with the girls. And I was like, something's going to happen with them.
Well, because that's his main motivation.
Yes.
That's his main motivation.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And his wife was 100% down for him. Like, so it would make sense that to get him in line, that's the easiest way to go.
But that's what that guy said. Oh,
you just rattled a psychopath. So you think you can control him, but
well, he turns on. I mean, he does what he has to do. So he turns on Luan's Marion's guy and was like torturing him to be like, where is she? Because they got my wife. So I got to do what I got to do. And that didn't work out for that dude, but they gave up the location. Back to Asif, like real quick. Are they gonna find? What about the woman who killed his son? Is she coming back this season? Are they addressing her location?
Yeah, she's.
Oh, it's Malaya.
Her.
Yeah. That's kind of, yeah.
She's coming back.
Well, didn't she go back to
Albania? Her country?
Yeah, her country.
Yeah, her country. I think it's I forget. They said she was.
She's Albanian.
I think she originally is like
Albanian
from Turkey or something.
No,
like that.
She's
Albanian. Watch one more episode.
Albanian. Okay.
All I gotta do is just watch one more episode. God damn, half of their questions.
And this is why we don't. This is why we gonna review with y'all. Look, all right, like
I didn't say anything.
Stop, Chris.
Huh?
I was like,
well, I didn't reveal anything.
Well, no, I'm saying
you ask a question. How you gonna ask a question and get mad when I just say one episode? Don't do that.
You were being sarcastic.
Don't do that. Don't ask a question then. Do not ask the question.
I was like,
and then there was a pause, and then you kept asking. You asked a question. You paused. There was a pause because we weren't going to answer, and you're going to ask again. So I was like, "Well, shit, okay. But what the hell? What you want?"
Why don't they just?
And then now you're going to get mad.
I was like, "No."
Well, when I will say, to come back down, I thought that was her in the red car killing everybody.
Yeah.
To avenge her Sean.
Yeah.
I mean, now that you told me that Sean's alive, I've been assuming it was Sean in the red car. So
Yes,
Oh.
it did.
No, I didn't know it was Sean in the red car at all. I actually did think it was the Albanian chick. What's her name? Lali. Yeah,
Lali.
I thought it was her. So I didn't know until when he got Billy. Okay, question. When Billy was just floating on the water, y'all. Like, okay. What did he have on that made him float on water? Where his
the
brother
Marty
was
McFly.
like,
He had a
there
little
you
Marty
are.
McFly shit. He had a little Marty.
yeah, I was like, that was
like
like really convenient, wasn't it? Like,
Yep.
come on.
Yeah.
He should have
I don't know.
slumped to the bottom. Was it the raincoat? Was it the raincoat?
I thought he was on one of those floaties. I just assumed.
Yeah, he
Really?
really
For where?
I
It was
gave
weird.
No joke. Part of me was thinking, I was like, you know what? Maybe UK's cars like when you get in a car crash with them, like their airbags turns into floaties. Like I was like, I
That would be nice.
You know.
That would be
Okay,
cool.
wait. Okay,
yeah.
I think now we're having two different conversations. So he was floating in the water. In the pool, I didn't know where he was floating on. How the fuck he survived being in the water?
No, he was on a floaty in the pool. Yeah.
Yeah, he was on a floaty in the pool. All right, so we're talking about when he was in the water after he got
car.
shot.
I'm talking about the water. And when he was
we're talking about the car. Yeah.
The car. Remember the car? And then he got out the car.
Yeah.
And then he was
I
floating in the water, and his brother just pulled up and
like,
just grabbed him. I was like,
this is that bullshit. Like, this
and then Elliot was off in the distance.
just watch it. Like, how did he?
Elliot is always everywhere.
He's just watching. Like,
I know.
oh, look, Sean's alive.
He knew Morgan Freeman, man. He got, bro. He everywhere.
That was weird. That was very, very much plot convenience. Okay, all of it was.
Plot convenience is Billy even escaping when a whole army is shooting fully machine guns at him. And I'm like, he got this classic. He's gonna be in the arm sling. Episode 3, he'll be in the arm sling and be like, okay, we gotta work through this shit. I'm like, you should have got shot 10, 15 times.
Yes.
Just by that one dude. He had he was like, pop, 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 pop. I was like, kiss my black ass. There's no way Billy was still alive.
Billy should have been dead like 5 times over.
5 times over. Yeah. I was like, stop this shit. Yeah. Also, I did like the fact he can go back to the needle. Like he was trying real hard. I was like, he's like, no,
but did you notice there was one thing when he was shooting up, his brother's name was the tattoo above the needle.
Oh,
it was so sweet.
It was like a sparrow or something,
right?
Like,
he's like,
so
no,
sweet.
Sean. He's like, no, Sean, I'm here for you, little brother. I'll go save you. I was like, his sister was right though. She's like, you go back to the city, it's gonna fuck you up. It's like, I'll be fine. He went straight back to the bottle. He found the heroin. I was like,
what did he call that baby? The little shitter.
The shitter.
You might call it shit machine.
Yeah,
something like that. I was like, wow. Okay.
That was funny.
He did go get nappies. So right? I mean, he's like,
why she can't go get nappies? I'm confused.
She too busy doing whatever the fuck she doing.
She's just like Shannon. She wants to be catered to.
Take care of me. Where's her baby daddy? Where's her baby daddy at?
That baby was created in a lab.
They don't say.
Damn it.
They don't. I don't think they say.
I mean, she ain't black. I was
like, Chris knows.
Wow.
I was looking at David like, David, you got two white women that gave birth, right? Where they daddy? One's dead in the game because he's a gang. Another one we never seen where that daddy went. I'm talking about the sister, the sister's baby. Who that baby dad? See, we just say, hey, but you said nothing about that. But Shannon,
of course.
But with Shannon, but when it comes to Shannon,
the Irish,
go ham.
Irish mamas don't have daddies. Because I was like, damn it. maybe Irish would have the same stereotypes. They're all in UK, so we don't know that. Like maybe
Irish daddies are usually alcoholics. Sorry, they usually are.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. So maybe I was still wondering. I was like, where's his baby daddy? Because he and the sister just living a great life with a cool little shit machine.
Because she's Irish. You don't have baby
daddy.
Baby daddy's at the bar down the road at the Irish bar hanging out.
Don't even know he
do have a lot of stereotypes in this series.
They do.
They do, bro. I do, and then it's a good show. I'm looking for. So I'll wait for episode 3 to figure out what's going on. Oh, daddy. So did they beat up Elliot's daddy, or they just put him in the home after he got beat up? Do you think they were responsible for ass whooping?
No, they beat him up. Yes, they beat him up.
Okay.
Because they flat out threatened him and said, if you don't get your shit together and stop all the drinking and do the jobs the way we tell you to do the job, and then they show a picture of his beat up dad.
Okay. all right. And they put him in a nice home, but also whipped his ass. Okay, got it. I was like, see, he should have said, see, I told you.
Well, didn't the dad say that they acted like they were robbing him? He said something about they acted like they were robbing him, but it wasn't robbed. That was them beating him up.
Yeah, so they said, So to his mind, he got robbed, and I was like, damn, dude. I was like, so now the cop is back. So now he's trying to work with the black cop that got him choked out. I'm like, all right, what happened to the white boss? The white
boss,
the older white cop that was trying to get the Asian cop out the way. Remember, because his guy got killed.
Wait, no, he died in the first season, dude. Remember that?
Yeah,
he got shot. I'm sorry. He's one dead body.
Yeah. Remember, he got shot. Yeah.
All the police officers are dead, I believe.
And so Ed thinks
from
that,
season one. Now the interrogator and the torturer, did they come back or?
Yeah. So interrogator.
Oh, that's what you saw. Yeah.
And so he wants to work. Elliot wants to work with him to take down the investors. So he's back.
That guy, that's the one I guess since what's his name threw himself over the railing, you don't have any choice.
Yeah, I mean, so he's back. I was like, I'm interested to see how that goes.
What about the lawyer? That scene with the lawyer with the knife.
Acid was no joke.
Ooh, that joint. When they pulled his hand back instead of just taking the knife, I was like.
And then Stacey said, where are the cops? Like, no one calls cops. They're in the middle of.
There are no cops in London.
Like,
this is called Gangs of London, right? So
they're in a public restaurant. It's not like this is owned by one of the gangs. Like, they just went to a nice restaurant and it's fucking this dude up in front.
But what about the investors? Don't the investors like run the cops too? Maybe we don't know. They could.
Don't make you. The scene was a lot just to be happening in public, like regular civilian public. I was like,
remember they made a point of showing us that it was divided from the public part, right? Didn't they? They showed the little colored glass, right?
The waiter who comes with the beef is gonna come back and be like, "What happened to my tools? Like, there's a man bleeding right here." I thought they were gonna cut off his hand like they did in season 1 with those other bankers. I thought they were gonna cut off his hand. That's what I thought. I was like,
yeah, what happened to the Nigerians? Are they coming back?
They did. They died in the first season.
They all got murdered.
They died as fuck. Luan handled business.
You know, there's always a supply of Nigerians in London. Like
well, the original
they have to be carefully vetted before they're needed into the organization.
They're like, there's a whole bunch of them. They just keep.
They got replaced by
LA, New York, and London. Nigerians are there. Okay,
they
replace them like with
Somalians.
That's right. They replace them with Somalians who also.
Okay, that'll work. Oh, that's true. The Somalians are in here. Because somebody killed the. Who killed the Somalians?
That's what they need. They need to bring the Jamaicans from power and be like, because we don't know where they at. Maybe they come here.
Bring the Jamaicans from
the Jamaicans from the studio.
The Dunkins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and the fucking. It's like all the random.
This is our studio now. Yeah. Sorry.
That was 1991 though. That wouldn't make a lot of sense. But I was like, they were connected somehow. Somehow they own Bulletproof Records. That's how they're making money in America. Like somehow they expanded to America and they have a record label. Like the Jamaicans, like they got a record label that's been making money for the last 20 years. I was like, hilarious.
The Jamaicans are all on Top Boy. So
also, I was thinking about that too. Like this kid, they don't want this to become Top Boy. They'd be like, because then stereotypes. But it's a lot. Acid. Let's see how Acid goes the distance. It gets his eyes fixed. Wait,
stop. I just noticed that behind Stacey, Saba is there. That's Basim's niece.
Yes.
So is she gonna? I'm just asking. Don't tell me everything. But is she gonna become pivotal in this?
She's in the.
I have no idea.
She's in the.
Yeah. I know. Don't want David to yell at us. So no, we're not saying.
Yeah. She's in the post. I would say she saw her uncle get
her uncle
in episode 2. So she's probably gonna seek revenge. After she heard,
she saw his dude set him up.
Yeah,
that's right. Because he said, "Get the fuck out of here," and he said,
"He did leave. Now you eating bullets."
That's now you shitting bullets. Now you shitting bullets. He should have had a bloody like toilet paper just to really sell it. This would be like.
Do you think like like Luann, like the reason why he went kind of ham. I mean, speaking of John Wick, like did you notice he didn't go like I'm going to kill you fuckers until he heard that dog like start yelping, and he was like, oh, these fuckers dead. Like these fuckers.
Well, he loved that dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. So that's a John Wick. Yeah, that's.
I mean, I'm wondering
the screen room or the secret room, like the bunker. That the
Yeah, how did they get in
How did they
there?
get to the bunker? That doesn't make any sense.
How did they get in there? I was like, how the heck?
That doesn't make any sense.
Look. What was think about it? Think about it, Kim. Okay. If you want to go into someone's phone, right, or if you want to go into a lot of apps, like, what's the first thing you're going to choose, right? You would choose like maybe you would choose like I don't know, a social security number or someone's birthday. That was his code. Remember, he said, "What's the code? What's the code? What's the code, baby?"
Oh, well, that was for the gun. So you think that he used the same damn code for the safe?
Bro, that's what we all be doing.
That code was for the panic room. That was for that room. That's because he asked her. Like he asked her, he wanted to make sure she do it. So
okay, so
I'm sorry if I'm trying to get.
Who would know the code? His
your birthday.
Who would
I was
know
gonna
his
say
birthday?
all I gotta know is your birthday.
Well, why would they know that?
Somebody's birthday.
If I'm
Are
supposed
you
to kill
kidding me?
somebody, I'm not asking for their birth date, their weight, their favorite color.
Are you
Like,
telling me that?
for-
You telling me I can't just find
Social
out your
media,
birthday?
people
No,
birthday
but
stuff on social
Koba
media all
does-
the time. They work together. They know his
Are you kidding me?
business.
Yeah,
They
like
know
I can't.
everything.
That's a simple Google search.
But the guy who the people who were in charge, Koba killed this was the one in charge of it. So you think Koba? But Koba Koba was just hired by Asif this season. So how does
You
Koba
don't think
know?
Asif knows people birthday?
I was going to say Kim. If I was hired, Kim, if I was hired just to investigate who over here betrayed, I'm gonna find out everything about you, all you guys anyway. I'm gonna see what other businesses that you have outside of here, like what's going on. So yeah, one of the things I'm gonna have because of that is your birthday. If I have your first and even if I don't, again, a simple Google
at the
search.
kid's birthday party. So it might have been the kid's birthday, and they were like, "Oh, her birthday was such and such," because in Nigeria,
don't forget those Nigerians knew exactly where he lived and delivered that damn puppy.
No.
Yeah, but you can follow someone home.
Yeah,
that's not hard.
I mean, yeah, but come on.
This is plot
If
convenience.
the Nigerians knew,
yes, I agree with you, David. This is plot convenience.
It's just plot convenience. Like this is not the thing we need to be.
Are you telling me a lot of people don't do that bullshit thing with the password, and if they don't do that 1 2 3 4 bullshit or the 0 0 0, then they're doing someone's birthday. If Kim is not doing her birthday, then she's doing her kid's birthday or somebody else's.
And that's
birthday.
a lie.
How do Americans do it?
Absolutely don't do that.
Well, okay, fine, not you, Kim, but a lot of people do.
Most people do.
So the unused Jamaicans in book 4 could have been the ones in this story. Also, I was like, and or the ones that weren't used in P Valley. There's a lot of Jamaicans that's running around. But anyway,
Valley.
Yeah, what Jamaicans were in P Valley?
They were Africans. They weren't Jamaicans.
They're
Africans.
That's racist too.
Yeah.
Well, they did have Africans. Remember, the Africans were looking. They were roaming around P Valley.
Jamani thought they were Jamaicans. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he said they were Jamaicans. They're African.
So we get
Jamani. No.
So we gotta do better.
I'm giving you a hard time, man.
That's it. All right. So we're gonna wrap this up. Kim, any predictions? I'm not gonna ask the 2 people who watched the whole season. So
I'm just gonna give a general statement. Thank you.
Kim,
Okay, well, no. My prediction is Sean is gonna kick ass, and he's just gonna kick ass, and
take names
because I love Sean. I love looking at him. I don't care what's messed up on his face. He's still a good looking dude to look at. So I'm happy with that. I hope Elliot gets a bullet in his head, even though I understand he's wonderful with his dad. He's kind to his father. I love that about him. Anybody who loves their dads or their mom and cares for them the way he does, I think is a wonderful person. But at the same time, he has killed a lot of people and he's done a lot of damage and he needs to be taken off the street. So I'm thinking he's probably going to die.
And killed a black man.
Yeah, he's killed many people, many. I think Asif, I hope he gets what's coming to him because he is not he's not a good character either. Luhan, I like him. I do. I think he's a good character to keep on the show, but I feel like his days are numbered. He's a good family guy. I like that about him. I love that him and his wife are a team. I think they have a great marriage, but somehow I don't know if he'll survive, but I do want him to survive. There's something about him. I just want him to survive. And Ed, I feel like Ed needs to go ahead and eat a bullet because he brought his family, Alex and Shannon and Danny into this. And I think that if the show continues, they might age up Danny and Danny will become part of this thing. Do you see what I'm saying? This part of the story.
Kim wants everyone to be dead. Kim's like Stacey, but like, you know what? I want them all to die. Everyone just dead.
No, I'm not saying everyone. I'm not saying everyone.
Most of the cast.
Just certain people in the cast, they need to just go. It's just their time, right, to go.
You want Danny versus Sean. That's what you want.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, let Danny take over for Sean. Now, and I want Sean to just go off into the sunset with his mother and his brother and just go away. Go back to Ireland and run Ireland, right?
Whoa.
Go away. Get out of London. Just
get out of here. Get out of my country.
Because I don't feel like they can survive in London. I think that their days are numbered as far as being in London. The only way to survive is to go to Ireland and run that.
Sean was born in London.
It doesn't matter. His mother, it doesn't matter.
He's Irish. Go back to the Irish and the Lucky Charms.
Yes.
They're going to go get the Four Horsemen. That's what they're going to go get.
Imagine if like your parents was from like Nigeria and then they just say, Kim, you need to go back. You need to go back to Nigeria.
I am 33% Nigerian. Okay.
So she's going.
It's like you go back. I've never been. You be like, I've never been. No, I ain't got no passport.
We get off track. Sparker, what are your predictions? I'm watching Stacey's face.
I actually don't. I don't have any. I agree with a lot of what Kim said. I don't actually want Ed to die. But so far, if I had to choose,
no close-ups.
I won't choose. I've already said who I'm rooting for so far. So we'll see in the next couple episodes who I add to who I'm rooting for. Because I'm not even sure I'm rooting for the mom, frankly. So we'll see. But I've got one person I'm rooting for.
All right.
I haven't decided about everybody else.
Stacey, is this a good season, or do you want to see a season 3?
This season was amazing. I will say that Ed needs to lose weight, and I'm tired of the close-ups with his services.
Did anybody notice that Alex and Ed got bigger? They both got some weight.
COVID, man.
COVID. Definitely.
Yep. Alex got more. I think muscle. He's gotten bigger. He got bigger. Alex got bigger. But Ed got fatter.
Yeah, he needs to lose weight because it's hard for him to maneuver in these streets with all of that.
Yeah.
What else? I wouldn't root for anybody. Put it like that. It's too many people dying and it's too much shenanigans going on. So just don't get your hopes up.
David is quiet.
Shannon needs to die, and so does Danny. Because he's gonna be doing drive-by.
No, not Danny. No, I don't want Danny.
Yes, he's gonna be terrible.
He can be like, you know what, man?
That's my season 4 prediction. He'll be doing drive-bys.
He's gonna be terrible.
Yes.
Teach me the motherfucking game, Ed. Teach the motherfucking game. I was like, he probably had more bass in his voice than fucking Tariq though.
I'm rooting for the baby.
You the baby?
For the baby.
Oh,
you mean you talking about Floriana's baby?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, which baby? Floriana's baby?
Floriana's.
Okay. I was like that little child.
So not the shit packer. Not the shit pack.
Not the shitter. Not the shitter. The would that be the fucking uncle? Shit.
Hmm?
Is that the uncle?
Yeah, isn't that Billy's uncle?
Wouldn't that be the yeah. Uncle. Yes.
What, the baby? Who's the
No, nephew. That's a nephew.
Billy's brother. Fuck. How's that cousin?
That's a girl.
That's his nephew.
That's his nephew. That's a cousin. That's a cousin to this baby.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh,
The
so
two babies.
that's a boy?
I
The
don't know.
shitter's a boy?
Oh, it's a girl. It's a little girl.
It's a girl.
It's still a cousin. It's a cousin though. Either way,
Oh.
it's like a girl cousin I used to say, but cousin anyway. All right, Chris, what you got?
Yeah, I'm also rooting for all the children in the world. Teach them well.
And let them-
Let them.
Seriously.
it's a good song. It's a good song.
Yeah, I mean,
It is.
I'm hoping for the rest of the season that we'll get a lot of action
Uh-huh.
and some killing and some good old killing, and with a lot of entertainment thrown in.
I have no doubt that your
And a lot
wish
of plot
will be granted.
convenience.
A lot of
Yeah.
damn
And a lot of
convenience.
plot convenience.
A lot of plot
It's
convenience.
A lot of plot
No.
convenience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all of your wishes will be granted.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm really hoping so.
Okay.
Fuck you, Chris. Would you
No
want-
joke though. There is no way, especially after watching the second season.
Yeah,
There's
the
no way
ending,
they're not.
did you
Yeah.
catch the ending? I didn't think that was the ending was.
Nah, what I'm saying is there's no way that these guys aren't going to greenlit a third season. There's no way they're not. This is that's my prediction right there. We will probably get. They'll probably
Can
announce.
we have a different person other than Elliot though? Because Elliot cannot survive a third season.
These are spoilers, Kim. These are spoilers, Kim. So let's
Who
not.
knows who survives this thing? I don't know.
Who knows?
I
But-
have no idea who survives.
But we all
this.
agree season 3 should be coming. We all agree season 3 should come. If not 3 and 4.
Yes.
So all right. So that is it. Thank you all very much for the watching.
The watcher. Oh,
Huh?
the watching. Oh, I was like,
The watching, not
man,
the
we ain't going
watcher.
back there.
Not the watcher. 'Cause that was that shit.
All right.
Anyway, but
we were doing so good. We were talking about a great show, and then you went that direction.
I was like, I can't. Let's not do that. But tomorrow,
Really dark.
talk about not necessarily a great show, and that would be we're gonna do let the right one in. Let's see who's gonna.
It would be good if they get rid of CGI apes. Get rid of
No
CGI
more
apes.
apes.
No
Damn
more
it.
apes.
No more apes. And we're gonna do Fight Club. We're doing Fight Club tomorrow.
Club,
So we're gonna
okay.
do tomorrow, and then next week we'll figure out next Sunday. We'll do Fight Club and that.
I
So hang out.
thought next Sunday was Usual Suspects and let the right one in.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah. He said tomorrow's Fight Club, and then next week is.
we gotta figure it out. I said we gotta figure it out. I gotta see. I gotta see when I get back and that kind of stuff. But at least those two, we'll talk about it. Oh yeah, I made another rule. I will not review any movie I can't find for free. Like I just let you. I ain't talking about Tubi.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? Like
I will
what
not.
happened?
Like for example, like if I which reason I said Fight Club is because I typed in Fight Club and I can watch it for free. If I run into David, you got to pay for this. No. So just let you know. But so I will. Yes, I will be the game.
What
As much
happens
shit
if
as
you
I
have-
watch for you, David.
Huh?
As much
Wait,
shit as I
you
watch
have
for
to
you.
pay for Gangs of London.
So
That's different. I pay for that app, and we're already watching.
yeah. So I guess that's the thing though. We all don't know what you have. So okay, we obviously know you got Netflix and Amazon. Okay, so you got AMC as well, and what else do you have?
I don't know what else I got.
Oh,
I
HBO
got the
Max,
BT
I guess.
I got the BT Pluses. I got the
They
HBO
don't
Maxes.
You
I got
Paramount Plus.
huh?
Paramount Plus.
You got
I got
Showtime.
Paramount Plus. I got
Oh
Paramount.
yeah, of course you got Showtime.
Yeah.
Showtime
Yeah,
Stars.
Peacock?
I got rid of Peacock because of principle. So I was like, I can't. Fuck that. I was like, we still gotta discuss Bel Air too. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about
Bel Air.
Oh
what?
crap!
No.
There's a second season. I
Season
forgot.
2 trailer. Coast is coming out in February because it's
Oh
black.
god damn!
Why?
I was like,
They
of course.
they ended with the whole like, why don't you want me, man? Like why? We already got
It's like,
Marlon
damn,
Wayne.
I'm like, fuck Bel Air. I was
Maybe
like,
you got a robot. You got a
oh
robot.
damn it! Yeah, we got the porn coming. Stop it, porn. I was like, leave my channel alone. Hide user.
That means you made it.
Wait,
Huh?
what? Oh snap! Oh, someone tried to do the whole comment of like say want to see the bet. Oh, okay, that yeah.
Let Me In is on Tubi. Oh, the movie. It's probably the movie.
No, Tubi. Nah, I got
No.
watched
The movie itself. No.
Nope, it's
I
on
saw that on.
Paramount or Peacock or something.
I was gonna say I saw it for like on my streaming stuff, which was like either HBO or Netflix. It was on one of those guys.
I don't think this will be a problem. I'm just letting you know what I said. But anyway, Fight Club is fine. So we'll do Fight Club, and we'll just take it one movie at a time, see what happens. Yeah. All right. We love y'all, and I appreciate you. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Sparker, are you gonna do Fight Club with us? No, you're not gonna do Fight Club? All right. You don't want to see Brad Pitt with his shirt off? It's fine. I got Stacey and Kim. They will.
I can see that in Snatch.
That's a good movie.
Also,
That is a phenomenal movie.
You just can't understand the word he says in it.
because they're pikeys. It's just pikeys.
Yeah, but it's still good. It's still a good movie.
And he fights in that too. So
I was like, he's Irish.
Yeah, I will be there for Usual Suspects next weekend because it's one of the best movies of all time.
It is absolutely.
I would love to see.
I respect it. I respect it.
I was like, truce.